turn into an obsession. Love can turn into an obsession, and if you're not careful or, or can look at the signs, because I think sometimes...
I think love is a purity though.
When you say, it's like, I really have what you said, but then I feel like love, when you said love makes you throw out all your morals and beliefs, I have to disagree, because I think that with...
See, I didn't get to finish,
I'll
let you go ahead and then I'll respond to it.
All right? In my way of thinking, I simply believe that love does not force any type of way on someone else. I believe that it's sincere and it's about compromise. And so I don't think it makes you change how your belief system or your morals, but I think it allows you to compromise with what is still going to work with you in general. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. Mm-hmm. So if something does make you change something about yourself in a negative way or completely different from your morals, then it's not love. It's more
No, I'm not saying in a negative way.
Well, not just a negative way though, but if love makes you throw out your morals and your beliefs, then I don't believe it's love, because that's not...
Period. Some people are stuck in their ways in the same way their whole entire life. But when that right person comes along and they can get you to compromise and change things that you've been doing for 30 and 40 years out your life, that's saying a lot. That's what I mean.
Okay.
I'm not saying anything for the negative or for the bad. I'm just saying, it can make you throw out, what principle that you've had in place. Okay, this is how I'm going to raise my kids. Regardless, you may meet that woman and she may open your mind to a totally different way of life. Mm-hmm. And it may actually be for the better. Mm-hmm. That those morals and principles that you had may not be the best thing.
So therefore, we're just saying the same thing in different words. Because you change it up and say compromise instead of saying make you change. But I understand what you mean now. When you said change, I didn't recognize that as compromise. I recognized that as just literally just giving it away.
Like, no, you know what? Not as far as like, okay, you know what, I love you, so no, I'm just whatever.
That's just not
Me personally, I feel it's a lot bigger than that, and I don't feel it's that simple to put it in a nutshell and just say you just meet the person and it just rolls, and it's definitely not like that.
That's me.
I definitely feel it's definitely not like that. I feel the existence of thinking like that is an illusional way to think about it. Because when you get in a situation and you're dealing with love and it changes, that's not the way it rolls. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's all about the knowledge of how you see this person. The love is actually what takes you through the fight of whether or not you're going to be able to want to learn about them enough to stay in compromise. I don't feel the act of compromising is love. I feel that is a sign of love. That's what I'm saying. That's why I separate the two. You can love a person, but at the end of the day, if y'all are not mentally compatible, it's people that love each other that try over and over and over out of this love. But if you're not mentally compatible, you can love this person all you want, but at the end of the day, you're still going to get to an end of the road where you're going to bump head and clash until y'all become compatible. And it doesn't matter what love you're talking about. Until you become compatible, you can love the person all you want. When you're speaking of the love a mother has for her child, that is nowhere near in comparison to the love of loving a wife or a husband.
That's more than one definition of love. Only the English language is love one word. In any other language, there's a different definition. There's a different word for love, or different words for love.
Yeah, because when you say that, like when you're dealing with the mother and the child, you're actually dealing with the existence. That's a natural bond. You talk about an individual who comes out of the womb and is protected by something all the way up to the top. That's a whole nother ball game from actually growing up and meeting a person you know nothing about and then actually trying to love them. that's a whole nother ball game from a mother and child, you know what I mean? It's a whole nother fight, a whole nother struggle, because this person has technically not done anything for you yet. You actually love them, y'all come together. But once the love starts to die down, not actually die down, the love is still there, but once you get used to the love is not as exciting as far as puppy love no more. Then it becomes you mentally actually have to think and strategically make sure your strategy of dealing with this person is compatible with their strategy of dealing with you. And then you love them more by actually completing it and actually succeeding in getting the compatibility.
You know what I'm saying? If one person falls in love, that would be, that's why I say, you know, when I say love, I let you go if you gotta go type thing. Because it's like, you know, like he was saying, when you grow up, you go different, it can happen. Like, it can happen.
But whose definition of love? That's why I said we all have our own answers, because my definition of love will be no growing out of love, it will be growing into love.
But that's why.
Not the last part.
Another thing is, when I said, well, I didn't impose my beliefs on y'all again, you know what I'm saying? But the Bible say love your woman as Christ loved the church. So, you know, what Christ did for the church, and if a man can do that for his woman, then I'm sure that a person can love his spouse as much as he loves his kids.
I definitely believe there's a reason why he didn't say love your wife like God loved Christ. I believe there's a reason for that. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm going to love another. I love my brother a certain type of way at a high magnitude. I love my mother on a whole nother channel at a high magnitude. I love them a lot, but the love I have for my brother, for my friend, and for a cousin, and my mom, and my son is 5 totally different loves. It's the same emotion, but it's channeled totally different. Like, you're dealing with different circumstances. Like, you're actually like, when you're dealing with a mother and her child, and a person meeting a person, like, that stage which you have to compromise with and all that other stuff, when you have a child, you're so in tune with them from birth, and the child's so in tune with you as a dominant protector, there's no love that can reach that love when dealing with a wife that you just meet when you get older. I think that's impossible.
Christ died for the church, so I can't, and you know, I'm not here just to...
Christ died for the church, but in all actuality, he did it for his Father. His Father sent him to do that. He didn't ask to come with God. God sent Christ, and he was being obedient to his Father. He didn't come with the idea that I'm coming and I would like to do this for the church.
Yes, he did.
Because of his Father sent him.
He did that for us. Like, it ain't just because his Father sent him. He did this for us. Like, so it ain't, I'm just doing it because my daddy said so. I'm doing this so y'all can get back to my dad.
If I can step in,
Yeah, that's kind of.
if I can step in.
That's why I said I'm not trying to impose my belief, but I'm just saying,
you good.
my thing is, from what we know, Christ died for the church. So if the Bible says love your woman as Christ loved the church, then if I'm willing to die for my woman, then I can't say I don't love my woman as much as I love my kids. It's love there, like it's love there.
But the reason I say that, you have people that actually die. You have a person right now standing in front of the president willing to take a bullet for him, and he don't love him at all.
But that's not, they don't do that. They don't do that for money. They do that, yeah, they do that
Love was the
recognition.
purpose I did this.
Yeah.
Now you're right, ain't not
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. It's a
Love is
mental
the
part of
purpose.
it.
Love
It's
is
something
the
else.
purpose.
It's a love thing we're talking about.
That's into something else.
It's not actually into something else.
We got 2 minutes.
I'm actually speaking of, people are saying that all these actions are done out of love, but some people reach a maturity level where you can actually strategically be with a person for the rest of your life and just be compatible.
I don't
That's
that's
anybody who, that's
You should put the chip in.
basically what a lot of people ask me to do, because that's basically settling. If you know that this ain't, that's like me working at McDonald's. I can go work at McDonald's right now, stay there, become a manager, and be comfortable in my life or whatever. But I want what I want. You know what I mean? You want that real love now. We're not talking about just settling for what's, I'm comfortable, so I'll settle for anyone.
We talking about real love. You see what I'm saying? And believe it or not, if they meet the person, if they meet somebody else that they really think they love, they gonna be like, screw this dude. You know what I mean? They might keep him on the side and dibble and dabble, but
1 minute.
ain't no money gonna
It's
keep
a
nobody
reason
know
why-
that.
it's a reason why the divorce rate is as high as it is.
Yeah, and
Y'all
you know what? That's good. That's good.
People rushing.
That's good that you said that.
The re-
That's good that you said that because
It's a
you know.
reason, a very big reason.
Yeah, that's good. It's good that you said that though because you know.
Rushing into sex.
You know, like
It's not always like that.
Rushing into everything.
my biggest problem in relationships, you know, was okay. I was in love, but the biggest problem was, you know, and I just figured this out. The pastor had to tell me this. You know, like when purpose is unknown, abuse is inevitable. That's the truest statement. And when purpose is unknown, abuse is inevitable. If you don't know the purpose of something, then you're going to abuse it. And a lot of the times, I didn't know the purpose.
And that's it, folks. That's a good way to